How many people in this world are really living their life's dreams? And how many people in this world are not living their life's dreams? How many people have succumbed to the pressures and the obstacles that this world and the people around us put in our way from achieving our goals and from achieving our dreams? When I started coaching at Permian, I was told that will be impossible for you to be successful there. Don't you know that football runs through the very fabric of our community? Don't you know that these huge community events, the largest community events in that town, are on Friday nights? There is no way that boys gymnastics can be successful in Odessa, Texas. Well, 5 state championships later, and we started to look for the next mountain to climb. And that next mountain was in order to impact a much larger group, in order to impact many, many more young people. We set our sights on becoming the athletic director. And if you think they told me it was impossible to be a coach here and be successful here, to be the athletic director here, that was going to be impossible. You wouldn't believe the things that I was told and the obstacles that were put in the way. They said, "Don't you know that they have a Hollywood movie about football here? Don't you know that they have a Pulitzer Prize winning book about football here? And surely you've heard about Ratliff Stadium, one of the top stadiums in the country for high school football. And I'm going to tell you, there is no way they're going to hire a guy from New York City to be the athletic director here. There's no way they're going to hire a guy that's never coached football to be the athletic director here. And it's never happened before in the state of Texas. There's no way that they're going to hire a gymnastics coach to be the athletic director in Odessa, Texas." But we set out to defy the odds. We set out to overcome. And now the conversation's changed to, wow, can you believe this? How did that take place? Well, I'd like to share with you my ideas on how to defy the odds, how to get from where we are to where we want to go. If you look up leadership and you Google it, you're going to get over 3 million hits. You can Google management, you'll get 3 million hits. You can go to the bookstore or to the library and look up self-help information. And there's all kinds of information. There's an expert on everything. But what I'd like to share with you are the 8 things that we did to try to become successful, to try to overcome and defy the odds and the obstacles that were in front of us. It all starts with a vision. A profound, positive vision for the future is the first and most important ingredient for success. That vision has to be so powerful that it drives everything you do. Vision. When Disney World was opened in Florida, there's a great story about the ribbon cutting ceremony. All the dignitaries are up on the platform, and a dignitary steps up to the microphone and he begins to talk about how great the park is and all of that. And at some point, the story goes, he leans over and he looks at Mrs. Disney and said, "I wish Walt were here to see it." Well, the presentation goes on, and as the story goes, when Mrs. Disney came up to the microphone, she said one thing, one powerful thing. She leaned over and looked at that dignitary and said, "Walt did see it. Walt had that vision that drove everything he did." And our plan is simply connecting those dots from our vision, our profound, powerful vision on what we want to do and what we want to be, understanding where we are today and connecting those dots. So the idea that I would like to share in this Moonshot Madness is those 8 steps to defying the odds and overcoming. The first thing we have to have is a fuel, a fire that burns so deeply and so brightly that it drives everything we do, that it allows us to outstudy, outwork, and outread everyone to help us overcome the odds. That fuel has to help us to get up every single day. It has to be a part of our mind, a part of our heart. It has to be a part of our soul, a fuel to fire us no matter what. The other ingredient we have to have is a belief. We have to have a belief in what we're going to do, what we're going to accomplish, where we're going to go. Belief is an incredibly powerful thing. I'm not sure there's a lot more powerful than our belief. And our beliefs have to be so strong that they can overcome the disbeliefs of everyone around us. When I first started coaching, I had an appraiser, an evaluator. One of my leaders tell me, Coach, you're going to have to tone it down just a little bit. Coach, you've got to have a little bit more attainable goals for your young people. Are you kidding me? No way. This is all about shooting for the moon. This is all about winning. This is all about becoming champions and giving our best and doing our best. A belief system must carry us. In this journey from where we are to where we want to go, it's really important to have mentors, to have people that can show us the way, people that can anchor us, people that can help us. But really, the most important thing that mentors do, mentors can show us and teach us how to do it right. Because there's right and there's everything else, and mentors show us how to do it right. So we have to have mentors to help us along the way. And what binds everything together? The most important thing is people. It's all about relationships. It's all about the people that we meet and the people that we interact with, the people that we build. Relationships are the foundation of everything we do. Henry Ford understood how important people were. He said, you can take my factories, you can take all of my inventory, but leave me my people, and I'll set up next week down the block and we'll be successful again. In our wake, on our journey, there should be a stream of people who are better off because they got to know you. They should be better off because your paths crossed. Relationships are incredibly important. How can we ever achieve anything without doing our best? How many times have we heard, oh, it's okay, just do your best? No, there's nothing harder than doing your best. Doing your best is almost impossible, especially every single day. Doing your best is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. It's almost impossible. And doing your best is something that we have to do every day. We do our best, and we shove our best into the pipeline of life. And we shove our best into that pipeline. And we shove our best into that pipeline. And eventually, at the other end of the pipe, our vision will begin to take form. But if at any time, we give something less than our best, it won't be immediate, but eventually, what comes out of the other end of the pipeline won't look like our vision. Doing our best, incredibly difficult. On this journey to where we want to go, we have to be able to reflect. We have to be able to adjust. We have to be able to look at all of the things we've done, all of the people we've affected, and we have to be able to adjust so that we can stay on our path to where we want to go. Reflection is incredibly important. Somewhere in there, when we're down, we have to reach in and find the up when we're down. Because one thing for sure, when there's an up, there's going to be a down. But when there's a down, we have hope that there's going to be an up because we're on this incredible journey. Reflection. Dr. Carol Dweck wrote an entire book about mindset. She spoke about growth mindset. She spoke about fixed mindset. And we have to intentionally work on our mindset, a growth mindset, a positive attitude, a champion's mindset every single day. We cannot ever let our mindset slip away. In any circumstance, our mindset is incredibly important for getting from here to where we want to go. A mindset, an important ingredient on this journey. And maybe the most overlooked part of journeys to success is thankfulness and graciousness, having a thankful heart, being thankful for the things that you've been able to do and the people that have been able to help you. A thankful heart, incredibly important part of this journey. So I ask you again, how many people in this world are really living their life's dream? And how many people in this world aren't? That journey to our life's dream takes place every single day. It takes place one step at a day, one step at a time. It takes place one day at a time, but that journey takes place every single day. We start with a vision. We connect the dots by using these 8 things, and we defy the odds. My question for you is, what odds do we have left to defy? What places do we have left to go? What vision do we want to still fulfill? But an even more important challenge for us today isn't about our own journey. It's about the journey of the people that are next to us, the journey of the people that are around us. I challenge you to be that difference maker and help other people on their journey to defying the odds. Thank you.